Hey everyone, welcome back to Tap In with Zoya Kingston. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to call this series. This is a very, very new podcast. I want this to be the place that up-and-coming artists can come and feel like they can spread the word about their music, their artistry, all of that kind of thing. And we're working out the kinks. This is my third interview, and we are going to have Dessy X on our show today. I'm very, very excited about it. I am about to send her an invite here. Let me see. Oh, let me see what I'm doing here. Go live with guests. Can't disconnect when all. What's happening? Let me see. Okay. For some reason, there's some technical difficulties, but that's okay. We're gonna figure them out as one does here. Go live with guests, can't disconnect. What is happening here? Hold on. Add guest. All right, Dessy, if you are there, try to send me an invite to join. I'm gonna pause the live, guys. I'll be right back. Okay. Let me just see. It's not letting me add for some reason. We are gonna work this out, guys. I have not ever had this issue before. Let me search. I think I got it figured out. Crossing fingers here. All right. This is gonna be exciting, you guys. All right, we're waiting for Miss Dessy to join our live. She's not quite with us yet. But as I was saying, this is a place where up-and-coming artists can come and talk about their artistry, their musical genius, whatever it might be, writers. I don't want to just say that it's going to be, you know, artists, but we're gonna make this happen. I'm super excited. Okay, I see you. She's here. All right, I'm gonna send you an invite. Oh, perfect. Let me see if I can add you here. The technical difficulties are real. It says you're not on my live. That is so weird. I see you commenting, but I don't see. I tried to send you an invite. Okay, hold on one second. Invitation sent. Perfect, you guys, I think. Okay, I am super, super excited about this, you guys, because Dessy X is someone that I know from the past. Here she is, guys.
Am I on?
You are on, baby. Do you have?
Okay, because I can't even see me.
Okay, do you have your camera on?
Oh,
I'm so glad we got this to work.
Yeah.
Oh, we have Prelo also. We're gonna have Prelo in. I want to ask him a few questions as well.
Okay.
So first of all, let me just say that I'm super, super excited to have you, and you are representing St. Louis, correct? There she is. Hi, Queen.
Yes.
Hi.
Yes. I'm in Des Moines right now, but I represent St. Louis for sure.
Born and raised in St. Louis then.
Yep.
I love that. Okay, so we know each other through a mutual friend who is Prelo, who is here with us. And it was super exciting because he is also a rapper, and he had us dance in his music video, which was super exciting.
Yeah. That was actually my first music video like ever being in, so that was dope.
I have a picture of us, a picture that I sent you, and we're like laughing in it. Someone had said something funny, and it's not filtered. And I was like, damn, we sound like movie stars. It was super
so good. So good.
I love it. Okay, so Prelo, you're here with us. So how do the two of you know each other?
What was that?
How do you and Krilo know each other?
Honestly, so my ex had been with Creole and being who I am, and you know that. So he had introduced me kind of to look at this, and so one day I think I had conversations, me and Creole and whatnot, and then I did this poetry reading, and they came, Creole and Bien, and from then on, it's like they asked me to be in the music video. I was like, sure, I'd love to be in the music video. And
That was
from after that, it was just like a snowball effect. We just became like the best of friends.
I love that. Okay, so I had no idea. I mean, I know you're beautiful. I know you're talented. When I started to research you for this, I had no idea the different things that are Dessy X. And so we're going to get into all of that today. I'm super excited. Okay, so you write your own music, correct?
Yes, I write all my own music.
And I see that you write poetry and Love Me First, correct?
Yep, poetry. I've been writing poetry really since I was in high school. I got introduced to what poetry really was. I've been writing music all my life, but that's when I got introduced to poetry. And Love Me First is actually my next single that's dropping on the 15th.
Goodness, that's exciting. That's super exciting. And did I see on your website that you also wrote a book?
Oh, I am in the middle of writing a book called Perfect. It's
Okay.
I update at Wattpad, so every Wednesday I updated with some chapters. But yes, that's it's going to be a little short novella or whatever, but it's definitely it's fun to write. I'm very excited to be back into writing. I write short stories, but this is going to be my first one I actually finish.
Okay.
So, and I might just go ahead and publish it because everyone just keeps telling me like, just publish it, just publish it. I wasn't going to. It was just supposed to be for fun, but
Okay.
they love it.
Exciting. I love that you write new chapters every week so people, your viewers, can have something to look forward to. Give us a little insight about what it's about. I know the name kind of tells it all, but like, what's it about?
So, when I read books, I hate being able to guess how it's going to go. I read books, I read so much, so I hate being able to guess how the book is going to end. So I decided I wanted to put out a book that was going to change that was going to challenge that. And I have, another book in the works that really challenges that. But this book is about this girl named Heavenly. Um, funny story about that name. I actually was scrolling on Facebook one day. You know that little section where it's like it'll show you like people you may know, even though you don't know them. Yeah. So it was showing me people I may know, and it was this girl. Her name was Heavenly, spelled heaven and then Leigh, and I was like, that's pretty. I like that. So that's my character's name.
Cool.
So the book is about Heavenly, she ends up losing her mom about 5 years before. And after her mom had passed away, her dad just like changed. He no longer acted like a father. He didn't really show her affection or show her love. So, he was really abusive and like verbally and physically. So she started to lean on her friends, and, she had one friend that doesn't really talk very much, and then one friend that's like the powerhouse. Like, her personality is super big. Everybody loves her. Everybody's friends with her. She's popular. Anyways, her and Heavenly end up, getting into it. They're not friends anymore. And that girl ends up spreading rumors about Heavenly and spreading pictures, just kind of made her life a living hell.
Okay.
After that happened, Heavenly decides like, hey, I can't do this anymore. Like, between my father's abuse, I don't have my friends anymore. They don't talk to me. Everybody at school is tormenting me. You know, I miss my mom. Like, you know, she's done. So she ends up deciding to commit suicide. And when she does that, she does that, and then she wakes up in this different world. And that different world is called Summerland. It's between heaven, hell, and earth. You know, it's just another like world or whatever. But it's that. Right. So when she gets there, you know, she's in front of a council, and they tell her like, hey, we're the council of Shinagamis. I don't know if you've ever seen Death Note, but that's where, you know, it comes from. But they say, you know, we're the council of Shinagamis. And I actually got this idea when I was reading this reading this manga. I was like, that's a really good idea. But, you know, they said, you know, we're the council, and since you committed the taboo, you took your life, your precious life, you were ungrateful, you know, we'll give you a choice. Your last choice you'll ever be able to make. You can become a Shinigami, or you can go to hell. And they said Shinagamis is, you know, they help guide souls from Earth, like, you know, souls that people who are, you know, about to die, or people who have died but they just haven't moved on yet. Okay. That's what they help them. They help them guide them, whether you're going to hell, or whether you're going to heaven. Yeah. Okay. So she ends up accepting. You know, she ends up seeing her mom, gets to help her mom, and then she gets to help the boy that she kind of liked but didn't really like, you know, because she was going through too much to have a crush. Really, he ends up being somebody that she helps. And she pops in right when he's finna, you know, take himself out. And she's like, hey, like, what's going on? They end up talking. They end up falling in love. And they realize they want to spend the rest of their life with each other. So she helps him commit the perfect suicide. And next thing you know, they're in Summerland. And, you know, the council tells him, like, hey, you can become a Shinigami, or we'll switch it up. We'll give you a different choice. We can, because he was, the love interest was dying, you know, he had heart cancer. So they told him, they said, hey, you could become a Shinigami, or we'll give you a second chance at life. We'll put you back 8 months before you got sick. You won't get sick. You'll be healthy. You'll get to have your regular life. Everything will be perfect. You get to pick. They said, we'll give you a day. So during that day, Heavenly takes him out. They're exploring. They're, you know, spending time together. They're spending time together and, you know, just learning more about each other. They end the day off by having sex. You know, she was a virgin, and, you know, so it was a big moment. Okay. When she wakes up the next day, he already went and told the council his decision. He chose to go back to Earth, to forget the last 8 months, to forget Heavenly, forget, you know, to never be sick, to have that second chance at life. Okay. So he leaves her there, and she doesn't know until the council tells her, like, hey, yeah, he made his decision. He chose to go back to Earth, to forget about you and everything. Heartbreaking. So, yeah, so she ends up with a broken heart, and but all of that is leading up to the second book. Like the second, you know, it's going to be a 3-series book, and it's, you know, the main thing is Heavenly has a sort of power that no one else has, and the council, you know, she has to go through three catalysts, like things that hurt her really bad. So, you know, she lost her mom, she lost all her friends who committed suicide, and then she fell in love, and he left her. So yeah, it's all leading up to something, but yeah, it's definitely a cute little. I love it.
So honestly, it's giving 13 Reasons meets Twilight, and I'm invested. Like, I love it. Yeah,
that's what, right? Like, it's a little cute one. I like it. I'm super excited to finish it and put it out.
This is what they make movies out of, though, because I feel like you're talking this. I'm like, no, not Heavenly's hard. She's been through too much. Like, the way that you talk, the passion that you have. Yeah, I want to read this book. I want to buy it right now. Like, how do I pre-order? Like, that's the vibe.
Literally, that's what everyone keeps saying. Like, I want to order it. You need to publish it. And I wasn't planning on publishing it, but I'm like, okay, I'll give it to y'all.
I'd be mad at you if you didn't. Like, I'm invested and I didn't even know what it was about. I'm like, but the name is captivating, right? Because mental health is such an issue and everyone deals with depression and anxiety in their own way. So
Exactly.
I will be buying that book and I hope to see it in a movie someday. I think that's super, super cool.
Thank you.
Let's get back to your music writing. So how long have you been performing?
I've been performing consistently this was my third summer. So about roughly 2.5, 3 years. I've been performing I've been mostly in Des Moines, but I've gone to Omaha, I've gone to Kansas.
Okay.
I have yet to perform in Davenport or Iowa City. Everyone keeps telling me, come to Davenport, come to Iowa City.
I gotta get you to the South, though. Like,
yes.
With my Southern people, because you are super talented, and I think that people would really be. That's what I love about this. So my goal with this, briefly, is that I want my platform to be a way that other artists can come and network with people that wouldn't know about them that are not local. So
Right.
this would be a super fun, cool thing to do. And you are so talented. I watched your music video. So I have an assistant. Her name is Ari. And she's like, "Oh my God, this is the best one that you're doing. I just love her so much. Meet you. They want to see you in person because you have so much personality." So,
Thank you.
You said your song comes out what day and where can we find it?
It comes out on September 15th, and you can find it everywhere. You can find it Apple, Spotify. I'm also in the works of getting the music video made for it. This is going to be my first ever music video, so I'm very excited. This song is completely different than anything I've really ever done before. Like, I kind of have a rock little song that was on my last EP, but it's not like this. This is like alternative rock. It's like alternative rock meets like a little pop kind of vibe, like a little sprinkle of pop. It's definitely something that I'm super excited for everybody to hear. I performed it twice so far as a little preview, just to see how people feel, and the reactions, they were there. Everybody is really liking it, so I'm very excited to put it out.
Yeah, you just have that superstar quality. Like, I watched, I met you in person and you were like the sweetest, nicest person. I'm like, damn, she's got so much personality. We're going to get into so much here because there's just so much that is entangled with you. You have so much talent, not to mention the fact that you're a TikTok star as well. Let me just say that I haven't laughed that much, and because I obviously have to research you because I want to do this right. I was like, she is hilarious. I liked your one with the like trying to make a hoop.
Oh yeah,
that was my favorite probably.
Where
do you come up with these ideas?
I like my research will be just watching a bunch of videos, and I'll watch the videos and I'll be like, okay, that's funny, but like, how can I put my spin on it? I don't want to steal this person's sauce without knowing how they cook it. So I'm like, how would I cook it? I have to put, my own little spin on it. So that's definitely something I've been having a lot more fun lately with. I post all the time, all my current videos on Instagram. I need to get back onto TikTok, but TikTok got me a little blocked right now. They don't want to show my stuff. So I'm on Instagram, and, the last couple of videos I've been posting, like probably the last month or so, they've been getting way more interaction. Like, I've been hitting like double digits, like of the thousands or whatever. And
that's what's up. You are hilarious.
That's definitely dope.
Yes, you are hilarious and super professional, but your TikTok is definitely like, it's bumping. You are considered a TikTok star. They say that if you have 50,000 followers or more, that you are a TikTok star. So take advantage of that platform. You are hilarious. I absolutely agree. Very professional. Okay, so I want to ask you, how would you describe your music, like your genre? What would you be considered?
I've always considered myself alternative. whether it's alternative R&B, whether it's alternative rap, alternative rock. I consider myself alternative. People who listen to the music that I have out right now, it probably gives them more of like an R&B vibe mixed with the alternative and a little pop and whatnot. My music really isn't like music everybody makes per se. I've struggled to like find my sound with when it comes to like the type of music I put out. I started, with rapping just because that's, as being a Black woman, I was surrounded by rappers. I was surrounded by creatives who rapped. So I decided I wanted to rap, and I rapped a little bit, and then I was like, I really want to sing my heart out because my heart is broken. So I'm like, I'm gonna put out an EP that's a little me singing a little bit, and I did that. Got a little bit more interaction, and then that didn't really sit. It didn't fit for me. Like I was like, I love that type of music, but I want to make something that like I'm excited about. I want to go to the studio. I'm having a blast in the studio recording, and that's what Love Me First is. Exactly. Yeah. Love Me First kind of reignited my passion for music. It reminded me like, hey, I make music for me. Like, it's cool if people listen. It's cool if everybody supports. But I make music that I want to listen to, that I enjoy. So that's what Love Me First is. And plus, it was about, taking my power back. Because I've been in relationships where I cared about that person more than I cared about me. I've put their wants, their desires, their dreams first. Exactly. So I'm like, I had to take that power back. It was like, and it was the song is me realizing like the reason I've had issues is because I've never loved me first. I've never put myself first. I put my love and my intention, my energy into people who don't even know love. Yeah. So I'm like, I got to focus on me.
Yes, that's so relatable, and that's why I love this whole. I just love you so much. Just grab you through the phone, and just let you know you're doing amazing. Because when people are heartbroken or people go through traumas in life, a lot of people fold. A lot of people just like lay down and die. And if you can find a way to flip the switch, I'm always talking about flipping the fucking switch, because if you can find a way to do that and make money and heal yourself, heal your soul, your mind, and live a better life, and then once you do that, you inspire the world to do that same thing, because maybe it's just what they needed to get out of bed that day in order to kill it. And you're living proof of that, and that's exactly why you're different than others, and that's really inspiring. I love that. Because, okay, so on your website, I'm just a sad girl looking for love in a loveless world. So does that have a lot to do with like the past relationships that you've had, and is that kind of where we're going with this?
Yeah, I've never shied away from the fact that I am sad. I've been diagnosed with depression and anxiety and being bipolar and whatnot. So it's definitely something I've always struggled with. I'm someone who's in love with love. I will always be a hopeless romantic. I dream of, getting those the love letters and stuff like that's the stuff that I like, So, but my generation isn't really focused on trying to find love. They're focused on trying to find the next person that they're going to fuck. Like, I'm not
hating.
I like, sex as much as anyone else, but I'm looking for that connection, for that true
partner. You're looking for a soulmate.
Exactly.
Partner in crime.
Exactly. I'm looking for my soulmate, and I haven't found them yet, and that's okay, because I'm still young. I'm still learning and finding out things about me. Every relationship I've ever had, I've learned something new about myself, about what I like, what I don't like, what I want in someone, what I don't want in someone. So exactly. It's all been a great experience, but that's definitely. I'm a heartbroken girl. I've gotten my heart broken so many times. My last couple of relationships kind of did me in, kind of put me under, but I use that pain and that vulnerability as fuel for my passion and my dreams. I don't let that I don't let it keep me down. I have bad days just like everybody else, but I don't let that stuff keep me down. I put that into my music, into my writing, my poetry, my stories. That's I use it. It doesn't. My pain doesn't use me. I use my pain.
And that's exactly why you're going to make it, because it's so relatable. People just don't usually get out of that struggle, or it ruins them. And you're finding a way to push yourself out there and heal. And I'm so excited for you. That book sounds so amazing. I cannot wait.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so excited myself. I can't wait to drop that book. I can't wait to finish it. I'm so close. I have about 30 pages left. So
if you're going to publish it, where do you think you're going to publish it through?
I'm not sure. I honestly might just self-publish. That's what I did with my first poetry book. I self-published and I put it through Amazon, and I had physical copies. But this one, I don't know. I might, for this one, I'm going to do more. Like, I'm actually going to, hit up some publishing companies and, and put it out there because it deserves that. It's a different type of book, and like all my books, all the characters are always like, all of them are Black. That's my main thing. I wanted to put a book out there that had all Black characters, so you can have so people can have that representation. I love reading a book and being like, oh, she's Black, oh, like, okay, but like the books that have majority of Black characters, they're always categorized as the urban books. Like it's about they're dealing with whether it's drug dealers or being a prostitute or stuff like that. Like they're street type of books or whatever. And I love those books, but I want to give something different. We're all like, I know a lot of people are nerds. So I'm gonna give a little nerdy Twilight mixed with like, I'm not even sure. Like it's a little supernatural paranormal book with all Black characters. Like, how could you not love that?
See, yeah, you're doing something totally different, and the passion that you have is amazing. So I can't wait to see if you become a famous musician or a famous book writer, and maybe both. Like how Okay, so back to the music. Have you collabed with any other artists?
I've worked with a couple local musicians and whatnot. I've worked with someone named Hondro Bands. That was my first real feature. It's called Sneaky Link. You can find that everywhere. There's a video that you can find on YouTube, like an actual music video. So I've done that with him. I've spoken on on a couple of tracks and whatnot. People sometimes just want to hear me just talk on there. I did a song named it's called Orlando. I'm literally just on there talking like I'm a pissed off girlfriend. So I've done that, and then I have a couple other features that are yet to come. I got my album I'm working on as well. So a lot of my favorite features will be on that. Like I have Creolo on there. I have an artist named Jones the Artist on there. An artist named Butter. I'm working on a feature with someone named Dessy X. Like I got a lot of stuff in the works, but I'm also like kind of focusing on my sound right now. Like I feel like I just hit the jackpot. So I'm like, I can't give everybody my money. I gotta spend it. I gotta keep it. So yeah, those are the features I have out and coming.
Okay, that's amazing. So where do you see yourself going? If you could collab with any famous artist, super famous artist, who would what fits your brain?
Honestly, so regular artists, I would love to collab with Rico Nasty. I love her, and everyone, before I even came up with the idea of my next single, everyone was always telling me like, you remind me of Rico Nasty. I'm expecting you look like you do rock. Like I'm so confused. So, she's definitely a big influence on my type of music, that I make. I love her music. I found out about her during a time in my life where I really needed her. So I love her music, but I also like I'm really into rock right now. So I listen to like, Blue October, Set It Off, Asking Alexandria, obviously Sleeping with Sirens. I love them. So I'd love to collab with Rico Nasty, but I'd love to collab with a band. So like Set It Off or Blue October or even Sleeping with Sirens. Like I would love that. Like, right? My last show, no. The show before my last, I performed the live drummer, and that was amazing. Like, everybody loved it. I didn't know what my songs were missing. It was missing a live drummer. It was awesome. Like,
So cool.
the next time I perform my next single, I'm gonna actually try to get a live drummer to perform with me, so everybody can get the experience they need.
Drummer.
Huh?
Who's your favorite drummer?
Actually, my favorite drummer is going to be Criollo. I do love Criollo's drumming. He's definitely dope. I met this other drummer named Cio Muniz, I think, or no, Cio on Instagram is Miho Drums, but he's definitely awesome. I feel like if me and him or any drummer could work together, like practice, and they could learn my songs, then it'd be dope. Because the last guy did amazing, and he didn't even know my songs. That was the first time he even heard my music, and he did awesome.
That's so cool. I can picture you on stage, like with your own little like sad girl band, doing the whole thing with your own professional, like super famous preload, on the drums. Like you guys could
Right.
take over the world. So cool. I love that.
That would be so dope. Like, I'm so ready. Yeah.
You're also like an actress too, because when we worked together on his music video, it's just amazing to see your work ethic, because you're like, hi, and then you're like, boom, and then like the camera's up, right into like,
Yeah.
like you have that whole personality, and I absolutely love that.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
So talk to us about your family life. Are your family supportive of your music and your novel writing and everything?
Right now, the only two family members that actively support me is my brother, I have two brothers, but the brother that's right below me in age, he supports my music, and then my mom supports. Like when she's in town, she'll go to shows, or if she can't, she'll just buy a ticket or buy a couple tickets, and I can just give them away. But I'm not really too close with the rest of my family. I don't really have any beef with them or anything, but it's just I didn't grow up with them. I did for a little bit, but majority of my life I wasn't around them. So it's like they're kind of strangers in a way. I don't really expect them to support me just because I'm their family member or anything. I never expect that. So my family's definitely not really a part of my support system besides my mom and my brother, but they're really all I need when it comes to my family anyways.
As long as you have a good couple, like really good people that you can talk to. All right,
Exactly.
let's
Did you say?
change the subject and talk about something juicy. What
Okay.
is your most controversial opinion?
What's my most controversial what? Opinion? Let me think.
Because the world is full of opinions.
Well, I don't think it's too controversial. The first one, I do think pedos and people in that category should be stoned to death. Everyone's always like, I do understand, I'm not God. I obviously can't control who lives or who dies. It depends on what it is, but I am for the death penalty depending on what it is. But I definitely think pedophiles and whatnot should be stoned to death. And I mean stoned with big stones. I mean huge stones. But literally. But I also feel like not everyone deserves kids. Like a lot of people get kids, they have kids and whatnot, and they're just not in the right spot to have kids. Or they'll think, oh, this child is going to solve all my problems. Like, you're depressed, you get pregnant, and you're like, this. And don't get me wrong, I'm not, I'm not talking down or like people who have gone through that. Sometimes you have a child and it does save your life. But if you're depressed and whatnot, you can't expect that child to cure you. You know, you have to go and get therapy. You have to put that work into this. I have my child, but if I have a child, I'm not feel I'm able to give them everything they could ever want. I'm not gonna spoil. They're gonna be spoiled, not too much, but you know, if they decide, hey, I wanna play soccer, but you know, I don't have any soccer stuff, and you know, tryouts, or I gotta sign up next week. I want to be like, okay, well, let's go get some soccer. Let's go get some cleats. Let's go get you a soccer ball. Let's go get you the cards. Exactly. I want to be able to get everything. I want to be able to travel. I haven't traveled enough yet. I've traveled the world to, you know, find my favorite places and be able to take them and be like, hey, have you ever been to Europe? Well, this is my favorite place in Europe. This is, you know, here's Italy. You know, I want to be able, I want to give them the life that I'd never had. So, and then the fact that people don't do that, like people have kids, whether it's, you know, they think they're saving themselves or saving their relationship. And that's not me. I don't think that's a good idea. Exactly. Like, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah, it never keeps going.
Exactly. I mean, come on.
So how do you want to, at the very end of your legacy, when you're a super famous novelist, or you know, you have your own band, at the very end of the day, when all is said and done and it's the end, how do you want people to remember you?
I want people to remember me as, you know, that woman that brought up, you know, things that we all want to ignore. You know, I'm the one who brings up depression. I'm the one who will talk about it freely. You know, I want it to be okay. I want to make that the norm. I also want to be like, you know, known as that one person that, hey, no matter what I'm going through, I can go around and be around Dessy, and she's going to make me feel good. Because my energy will always speak for itself. Like, you know, I'm always the type of person that people have their issues. Like, I'm always fans that tell me that they like my music. And then, like, they'll be like, go ahead, like, what's up? Like, what's wrong? And, you know, we'll talk. Like, I literally have one fan that I've known for about a year now, and you know, she talks to me about, like, whenever she needs someone to talk to. You know, he tells me that it's nice to know that she's not alone, and that, you know, even though in her eyes I'm a star, my life is, you know, so full, so busy, I still make time to listen to her, to talk to her. And that's what I want. Like, you know, obviously I do want to get to the point where I'm bigger in my music, I'm bigger in, like, the things that I do, but I also, like, I will never be too busy to respond to a message, you know, from a real fan who really listens to my music. You know, like, whether it's you saying, hey, I like your outfit, or hey, I love your song, I'm gonna always be like, hey, thank you, like, I appreciate it. Like, if you're like, I need to talk, I'm like, okay, what do you need to talk about? Like, I'm that person. I want to be known as being that person.
That's so important. Did you always know that you wanted to be a musician when you were a kid? Was that your dream job?
Honestly, yes. It's crazy because when I was younger, I would write my little songs, and I had a dream of being an artist. I would make my brother, like, I had this dream that me and my brother would be a brother-sister rapping, singing duo. So I'd write the songs, I'd make him practice with me. I'd be like, dude, sit right here, hear your lyrics, you sing it. And I mean, we don't got no beat or nothing. So I'm like, you sing your lyrics as soon as I sing mine, and just listen and just pop in what you're supposed to. So it's, being able to make music is crazy. I feel like it's something I've definitely manifested, and my brother is actually now starting to get interested in making music as well. So I might actually get to live out that dream for a little bit, for at least a EP of, you know, that brother-sister duo, because he sings and he raps, and I'm like, okay, well, let's give the people what they want.
Isn't it amazing? Because I'm a true believer in dreams and manifestations and all that type of stuff. And from your TikTok, which is all about, are you a Scorpio?
Yes.
I could tell. I could kind of tell. Like, you could just into the arts and everything. I'm a Virgo, darling. It is a Virgo season. So, like, Virgos and Scorpios are very, like, close-knitted. And you
Yes.
can just, yeah. I believe that dreams they come to us and tell us that what we're supposed to do, like the mission, the message, and you had that dream and now it's like a reality. So you manifested that. That's so cool.
Exactly. I definitely did. Everything I really have that's real important to me, I've manifested. Whether it's my job, whether it's my music, making music, making the type of music I want to make, I've manifested almost everything. Like, it gets kind of scary. Like, I'll be like, oh, I wish so and so and so, and then a couple weeks later that'll happen. I'll be like, oh my gosh, like.
I'll tell you a quick story. So one of my enemies, I'm not above it. At 11:11 every day, I'm like, I hope that motherfucker stubbed his fucking toe, and he broke his foot last week.
Yeah. People gotta watch out. Like, the angels that be watching over you, they don't play.
They don't play. My angels are nasty. I love them.
Yes, my angels are real feisty and they'll fight anybody. So I'll be telling people, like, listen, don't play with me. Play with somebody else.
Yeah, you have no idea. I love that. That was so cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, what's one unique thing about you that sets you apart from other people who are doing the same thing?
One neat thing about me is, like, I'm always willing to learn. I don't think, like, don't get me wrong, I definitely think I'm that bitch and that, that my confidence is up there. But at the same time, it's not up there in a way where it's putting others down. I'm never going to be like, I'm better than you. I'm better than you. Fuck your music. It's all me. Like, it's never going to be that. But at the same time, I know, like, when people give me advice and whatnot, like, I take that to heart. I think that's why it took me so long to find my sound and to figure out what I wanted to do, because, I tried things here and there and whatnot, and people be like, oh, no, that's not really it. And I'd be like, staying getting my feelings and being like, fuck you. I like this music. I'm going to put it out. Depending on who, I'd listen to them and be like, okay, how can I take their advice and make it work for me? And that's the thing. Like, I don't mind, getting advice and listening to others. And I feel like a lot of people, they sometimes feel like, people are attacking them or they're coming at them or they're saying you're not good. Exactly. It's not that, people are sometimes people do that, but they're, the people that are close to you, they don't mean you no harm. They're just saying, hey, here's how you could be better. Maybe you change this, maybe you do something like this. Have you ever thought about this? Like, it's not attacking. It's, I'm trying to help you. I care about you. And that's how I look at it.
I think you could be the world's best psychologist if everything else is going to be so great. But if you have another 10 wives, or if you can recreate yourself another 10 times, definitely the psychology industry needs you in your way of thinking.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I definitely thought of, when I was younger, I went through so many ideas of what I wanted to be. For a second, I definitely did want to be a therapist or a school counselor, because I feel like I could do a lot of help with that. But I'm sure in another reality, in another world, I'm out there being the best damn therapist you ever seen in your life. I know I'm out there doing it.
You're already doing that. You've already mastered that. But I can see you when you become super famous, which you're already on the way. I can see you, like, starting different clubs and different things for people for mental health. I can totally see that.
Yep. And that's definitely what I'm going to do. My main focus when I get on and pop in is definitely going to be putting the spotlight on mental health and what it actually looks like, what it actually does to someone, over a long period of time. And I also want to focus on, youth and whatnot. I've been working with youth for, the last like 4 or 5 years, and I want to help them. I've been in their position before. I've been in the system. There's been a time where I was homeless. I've gone through, through the same thing. So I want to also be able to help them. I want to build a center where it's kind of, in a way kind of like the place where I work at now, but I want to build a center where, it helps the youth. It gives them opportunities to flourish, whether it's musically or creatively or going to school or finding a job. Like, and I also want to be able to have a facility where, these youth have a place to stay. Because I come across so many youth that are homeless that sleep on the street every day, and they're younger than me. Like, these in my eyes, these are babies, and they don't have family. They don't have a place where they can stay, where they could feel safe and stay. And that's what I want to put something out like that.
Love that. So talk to me a little bit more about what you were homeless. Were you homeless as a child or as an adult?
I was homeless as a child growing up I was with my mom and my two brothers and whatnot before I got in the system. I was homeless for, I want to say, about 6-7 months. And then, there was a couple times when I was growing up, like, me and my mom and my brothers, we would stay with a family member or stay with, her best friend. So I've experienced the couch hopping, but I've also experienced living in a shelter. So like, I understand it all. Like, I really do.
Yeah. And I feel like you're the type of person that knows how to turn those memories into art as well, and you can inspire people who are going through those same things, and that's so beautiful. Like, I keep saying it, and I said it before here, but that's maybe the one little bit of information that person needed to feel like, hey, if that person did it, then I can also do it.
Exactly. And that's something else with my music that, I'm trying to do. I let people know that, I struggle with my own mental things and whatnot. I'm depressed. I, struggle with my depression and being sad and whatnot. But I'm taking all this and I'm making it into something. I want to, like, when I make it and whatnot, I want to be able to tell people, like, hey, there was a time where I was so depressed. I thought I couldn't see the light. I was surrounded by nothing but pure darkness. And look at me now. I still struggle with it. I'm still struggling with it, but I'm not letting that stop me. And that's what I want people to see. Like, hey, you could be depressed. You can have the worst anxiety in the world, and you can still go out and do everything you want to do. You want to be an artist? Okay. You want to be a teacher? Okay. You want to paint? You can do it. It does not matter if you're depressed. It doesn't matter if you have anxiety. That's nothing. Those are obstacles, and they may be with you for the rest of your life, but it doesn't have to stop nothing. Just jump over it.
Be stronger. And that's kind of what I love about what I do. I found a way. So I struggle with chronic way to make blood crippling panic attacks making money work for me. It's my biggest motivator and my biggest obstacle. But
right.
How to flip the switch. And so you represent how to do that. You're walking and living through that, which is super inspirational. I can't wait for your autobiography.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so what's a typical day in the life of Dessy look like? Dessy X.
A typical day, I wake up probably between like 8:30 and 9:30. I wake up between then. I start my day by my first thing I'll do is my manifestations. I do this 3-6-9 thing. I write 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, 9 times at night. So I do my morning manifestations. I'll write them out. I'll write them all out, and then after that, like, I don't get on my phone. Like, I'll look at my phone, maybe like I'll look at if anyone's texted me or if I have any emails. But that's all I'll do until I do my manifestations. So, because I used to just wake up and immediately get on my phone, start scrolling. I'm like, no, I'm gonna wait. So I do that. After I do my manifestations, I'll get on my phone, or I'll check my phone, but I don't get too deep into it. I'll do my workout after that. I'll do my little workout and my little morning stretch, my morning workout, and then I'll do my face routine, take care of my teeth, everything. I do a face mask. I'll leave it on, and then I'll feed the pets, take them out, wash off my face mask, and by then I'm like, okay, I'm ready to smoke. I'm ready to look at my phone, see what we got going on. I'll look at my notifications, and then from then on, it ranges. I might work on some music. I might go over a song if I made it last night, just make sure I remember it. I might find a new beat to, you know, for my next song I want to make, or I'll make to-do lists of things I want to make sure I get done the next couple of days. I'll work on my book. Or, you know, sometimes I'll be like, hey, I just want to watch one of my comfort movies. I want to get some of my snacks and I just want to lay down, and I'll do that too. You know, I be productive, but I also balance it out. Oh, I also balance it out really well with, you know, not being productive. I have my lazy days. I have my days where I'm like, I don't want to do anything. Like, and everybody deserves those days.
Yeah, absolutely. Just shut your brain off and let yourself kind of like recoup.
Exactly.
If you won the lottery, what would you spend your money on?
If I won the lottery, honestly, I would, firstly, I would, give me obviously a little nice house. I would have my, you know, a room of just for my studio. I would have a studio room, and then I would have a room that's just for creating, like painting and writing and stuff like that. You know, so I would always put money aside for funding, put money aside for rainy days. And, you know, if I decide to ever have kids, I'd put money aside for that as well, just in case. But I would actually go on and start that organization I was kind of talking about, you know, with the youth and whatnot, because that'd be a perfect way for me to fund that. I'd go ahead and get that fully funded, get everything started with that. And then the rest of the money, like, you know, I definitely have little things that I would love to invest in or just donate, whether it has to do with mental health or, you know, I'd probably have a lot, like keep a chunk of money put aside. So the youth that I come across in that facility, I can, you know, whether they're like, hey, I just want to go to school. You know, I'm scared. I don't have any money. I don't have this. I'm going to be like, okay, well, let's go get you a laptop. Let's go buy all your books. Let's go get you signed up, you know, and I'm going to take care of your first, you know, your first semester. And you let me know if you need any more help. Like, that's what I want to do. I want to be able to be like, you're struggling. Let me help you. Like, you don't got no food. Okay, let's go grocery shopping. Oh, you need, whether you need diapers for your baby, you need formula. Okay, well, let's go buy some. Like, I want to, at any point in time, I want people to tell me like, hey, I need this, I'm struggling, and I want to be able to be like, hey, here you go, let me help you. That's what, like, I'm telling you, if I won the lottery, it wouldn't just be me winning the lottery, it'd be everybody winning the lottery.
I love that. Yeah, I can see you being a nonprofit organization for like a crisis intervention thing. You have a lot going on, girl, and I love that. You got a huge part. That's super, super cool.
What was that?
What can we expect next after your song comes out on the 15th?
What can you expect next from me? You can expect my single that's dropping on the 15th. If you follow me anywhere, you've definitely seen me pushing it, whether it's videos or posts or anything. You can expect a lot more features. I am going to drop my album before the year ends, so you can expect that. It's going to be a lot of the music that I was working on before with a few kind of like it's good. It's called Confessions of a Bleeding Heart. So it's me getting, you know, raw, real personal, talking about, you know, doing what I do, talking about what people don't want to talk about. So you can expect that from me. You can honestly expect everything. You can expect books, music, poetry. You know, I'm hopping back in my modeling bag, so you can expect more photo shoots from me, seeing me in videos. Honestly, if you see me, just like it, share it, and just wait for more.
Definitely have my support. I cannot wait though to see that book become a movie, because that was just insane. The way you just like, because I had no idea. And then when you talked about it, I'm like, I need it. I need to see this in theaters. Like, this is why I like it.
Yes. And that's my thing. I want my books, the books I put out, I want you to be able to, as you're reading it, I want you to be able to envision it like a movie. Like, that's why I'm so descriptive. I can't wait. Like, that's definitely something I can see myself, like, being like, okay, I'll go ahead and make it a movie. And it would be a good movie, too. Like, I'd make sure that they stayed with it, because, you know, some movie, you know, they'll stray from the book. It won't be like the book. Mine would be exactly like the book, and it would be good.
Yeah, no, it is good. I cannot wait. You definitely have to let me know where we can buy it when you do drop it, so I can because I want to purchase it.
I definitely will.
Let us know where we can find your music and your artistry once again. Because I know that your TikTok is different than your.
Yes. So, TikTok, TikTok is so I don't know. I was just trying to see, I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and see if I could restart, a new TikTok without TikTok hating on me, try to find my people. But that one is that bitch, Dessy X, but without the I in bitch, it's just that BTCH. That DAT Dessy X is really my username across like everything. You can type that in Instagram, you can type it in Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook is just Dessy X. Music everywhere is Dessy X. You can find me on SoundCloud, YouTube. I have a performance video out for my last song. That's really where you can find me. But if you find one social, click the link in my bio and it'll take you to all the links you need for music, poetry, for my books, for everything. It's all there. So
I love that. Your is it LinkedIn that you have as your website? It's so professional and cute. I just love it so much. Okay, my very
thank you.
last.
Yes, it's called LinkedIn.
I have
Hit me with
question that everybody. If you were on death row,
If I was
what
what?
was your last?
If I was on death row, what would my what be? Meal?
Last meal. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. If I'm on death row, like my last meal, they're gonna have to do it up for me because I'm gonna need a little taste of everything. My last meal, I'd like one steak taco. I like some cabbage, some fried rice. I would also like an egg roll and some sort of potato, whether it's a French fry, mashed, baked, I don't care, or sauteed. I would like all that in. Yeah, just make sure I have because I love rice. So I'd have to have me just a little plate, a little cabbage, a taco. Oh, and I'll be nice. They don't gotta give me a full enchilada, but like a half an enchilada, and then some cabbage, some fried rice, and some soy sauce. Yeah. I'm like, y'all, after I eat, y'all can kill me. I'm good. I'm good now.
Right. What would you most likely go to prison for?
Probably me losing my anger. I'm not gonna lie, like as a Scorpio, like my anger be taking me some crazy dark places. Like I'll be really debating committing some real crimes. I'll be like, you make me want to do something I'll go to prison for the rest of my life for. So it'd definitely be that. It'd probably be me like, I tried not to do it. I finally broke. You pushed me too far, and now I'm in prison with a smile on my face.
All right, Dessy X, I absolutely love this interview. I look forward to working with you in the future. Everyone, please follow her. She's a TikTok star as well. Follow her on here. All of her music that's coming out. Let us know exactly your single name one more time and the date that it comes out again.
My next single is called Love Me First, and it's dropping everywhere on September 15th.
All right, darling. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
Hell yeah. Thank you. Have a good day.